Some Pokemon are loved for having designs that are cool, pretty, and especially cute. And of course, for the many cute Pokemon that exist, there are most certainly some ugly ones. Not every ugly Pokemon was unintentionally made to be that way. I mean, were you really expecting a Pokemon made of garbage and a crab, spider, yeti thing to be pretty? Yeah, I didn't think so. There's, of course, also Feebas, whose entire gimmick is that it's this canonically ugly Pokemon that when it evolves, it gets even uglier. Today, I will be using a full team of the ugliest Pokemon, and I'm going to try to redeem them to prove that looks aren't everything. If you have an idea for a Pokemon team, be sure to comment below, and I will use it. And if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Now let's get right into the battles. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, lovely people. Today, I am using the ugliest, or a team of quote-unquote ugly Pokemon. By the way, I didn't mean what I said with the My Loaded comment. So, this team was suggested by Anna Mellon, so thank you so much for this suggestion. I have 2 interesting battles to showcase, and I hope you enjoy them. Now, I'm leading things off here with my Magmortar. Now, I'm starting off controversial already, but this is one of the most divisive Pokemon ever. People either really like it or really don't like it. And I think it's because of its face, in my opinion. Like the weird like duck lips that it has. Obviously it evolved from Magmar, but like its face combined with its body as well. I'm not sure. I'm sure I want to know what you think about Magmortar anyway. So this is a throat spray Magmortar. I actually have throat spray Roar on this, and Volcarona takes so much damage from that fire blast. I'm running Terra Water on this, and I have Scorching Sands and Thunderbolt on this as well. So it's meant to get a special attack boost from the throat spray and do some really big damage. I was lucky the Dragapult turn 1 went for the U-turn and I was able to get off the Roar. So Glimmora gonna come in. Man, that takes so much damage even though it resisted. So I was really happy with the damage that Magmortar did overall to their team. I just wanted to break with this thing early. Obviously Glimmora gonna outspeed me, and it's gonna end up being the Power Herb Meteor Beam Glimmora. So obviously I'm gonna get taken out by that, but Magmortar did a lot of damage early on, so that's definitely good. So I'm gonna swap in my Feebas now. Now, obviously I have a Focus Sash on this, and I'm running Adaptability Waterfall on this, and I'm Adamant Nature as well. So I'm hoping that Waterfall will be able to be enough to take out the Glimmora, and I do actually take it out with the critical hit. I don't think the crit mattered. If anything, it was a roll to take it out with Waterfall, I believe. But I was happy to get a KO with Feebas. So this Feebas has Mirror Coat. It's Focus Sash Mirror Coat on this. And I have Waterfall, Flail, and Scale Shot on this. And I'll reveal my Terra a bit later on. So going for the Waterfall, the Medicals opts to set up the Stealth Rocks. I almost thought of swapping out there just in case they wanted to maybe go for the Bullet Punch. But if I swapped out and they set up the Stealth Rocks, then my Feebas was just, well, it was gonna be a sacrificing Mon in the back. So I'm gonna go for the Scale Shot on the Zapdos. This Pokemon was really, really scary for my team, so I wanted to do as much damage as possible. I could have gone for a Waterfall in hindsight. Maybe that would have definitely done more damage, but maybe it had like a Rocky Helmet or something. I wasn't sure. So I'm gonna get taken out by the Heat Wave, and I'm gonna bring in my Crabominable. Now, this is an Assault Vest Crabominable, so I'm hoping that I could be able to tank a Heat Wave or a Hurricane. They do go for Hurricane, and I am able to tank that, thankfully. I was like, okay, this is good. I'm running a special Crabominable. Ice Beam just barely misses the KO. Oh my gosh. I have Blizzard on this set as well, but if I missed a Blizzard against this thing, that would have been catastrophic. So, swapping in my Ambipom. Now, this Ambipom is Choice Banded. I actually don't have a normal move on this. I don't have like Fake Out or like Tail Slap or anything like that. So I'm just rocking Switcheroo. I'm running U-Turn, Thief, and Smackdown. I wanted to make use of a Technician on this, and Smackdown is a pretty interesting move that it gets. So, bringing in my Girder here. Now, the Toxic Spikes that was set up by the Glimmora was definitely a nuisance, but it wasn't like the worst thing in the world because I have this Girder with Guts, and I have an Eviolite on this thing, and I am a physically defensive girder. I am max health, max defense. Man, that Dragon Dart's crispy. That's pretty unfortunate. But I'm gonna get off that strong knockoff, guts boosted. That is going to be able to take out the Dragapult. Now this is a rest sleep talk girder, which is interesting because if I'm asleep and I go for sleep talks, I can go for drain punches and knockoffs that are boosted by guts because I'm asleep. So the Great Tusk comes in. They're gonna have the booster energy and attack, and this Pokemon was also pretty scary, especially since it had a rapid spin. And the rapid spin doesn't take me out, but I go for the drain punch. In hindsight, I kind of wish I didn't go for Drain Punch just because of the fact that I was really worried about this Great Tusk setting up multiple rapid spins because I have a Choice Scarf Bruxish in the back, and I really wanted to make sure that I outsped this Great Tusk in order to revenge KO it. But they take me out with the Earthquake. They crit me, not that that matters, but I was like, that's fine. Like I said, I have my Scarf Bruxish, and this is actually a Dazzling set, so it's not a strong draw, but I have Terra Water Wave Crash on this, which is going to do a lot of damage. Hopefully it's going to be enough to take out Great Tusk, depending on their investment, but I assume it's like an offensive Great Tusk with like max attack and max speed. The other moves that I have on this are Flip Turn, and I have Psychic Fangs and Crunch. Now Bruxish is definitely one of those Pokemon that I think people think of immediately when they think of like ugly Pokemon. This and like maybe like Garbodor are like the first Pokemon that come to mind. Like people really don't like Bruxish. I don't hate, personally, I don't hate Bruxish, mainly because this Pokemon is really, really strong, and I personally, like, when I use a Pokemon and I have, like, good success with it, I'm obviously gonna come out of it, like, having a good opinion on the Pokemon, so it's really fun to use, like, lesser used Pokemon just to see for yourself whether or not it's actually, like, good or if it deserves the hate. Like, I don't like hate Bruxish. I think it has a good color scheme. It has a nice shiny as well. So Metagross comes in. I'm not sure if this is like banded or what item this is, but getting off of Terra Water Wave Crash was definitely very, very good. I'm obviously going to take a lot of recoil damage, and the Zen Headbutt is of course going to take me out. I was going to get taken out by the poison regardless, but I have my Bandit Ambipom in the back, my last line of defense against this. Ambipom just has a lot of things wrong with it. It has the same hairstyle as Crabominable. That's how you know it's an ugly Pokemon. So I'm going to go for the Choice Bandit Thief. That takes out the Metagross, but I was very worried about the Volcarona in the back because my Magmortar outsped it. And that meant to me that it was like a more bulky Volcarona. And if it was Terra Fairy, that would have been catastrophic, but I'm hoping that I could be able to take it out with the Choice Bandit Thief. They are Terra Grass, obviously for Giga Drain, so I'm hoping I could be able to take this out, assuming that it's like a more bulky Volcarona, and I am able to take out the Volcarona with the Choice Bandit Thief. That was a very, very close game, a really good game to my opponent. I hope you all enjoyed this battle, and now we're going to get on to the second battle. Now, if you're enjoying this content, please feel free to hit the like button, get this video spread to more and more people so that more and more people can find out about my channel. I would really appreciate it. I've been going through like the ringer when it comes to college lately, so hopefully after I graduate I could be able to focus more on making videos that are of a higher effort than the ones that I currently make right now. I'm not saying that these videos don't require effort, but it would be nice to improve this content more and more, because obviously there are things that I always consider to be more improved as to my videos. So the Quax Cloval comes in. I for some reason I had a feeling that this would have like Hurricane or Air Slash, which is why they brought it in, because I'm a defensive girder. Now girder has a lot, like, I'm gonna explain why I include some of these Pokemon. Like girder, I don't like that its hair is like the same as its like skin. Is it like hair, or is it actually like the shape of its face? Also, obviously the veins are like a very like I say ugly, but like they're very just like uneasy part of its design. I just don't like the veins. So the Tinkaton comes in. I'm locked into Psychic Fang, so I have to swap out into Magmortar here. And they go for the Skitter Smack. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting Skitter Smack, but that actually sucks because that's obviously going to lower my special attack, and the Garganacl is going to easily swap in. They're obviously going to take this Fire Blast. I didn't want to go for the Throat Spray Roar. I wanted to do that just in case I get a special attack boost, not just to reset my special attack. So I'm going to bring back in my Girder. Not sure if this Garganacl wants to go for Assault Cure, but they go straight for the Earthquake. So I am able to take that because I'm very defensive, and I thought, well, I kind of want to go for the knockoff here. I should have went for Drain Punch because they swapped from a fighting week into another fighting week, but I wanted to knock off its item just in case it had like a Rocky Helmet or something, but they go for the Expert Belt boosted Play Rough, and I just barely tanked that, but I went for the Drain Punch. So I was like, dang, well, I'm gonna get taken out by the next Play Rough, which is unfortunate. But the U-turn, I was like, oh my gosh, they expected my swap. I'm actually really happy about that because I went for the rest this turn, and I'm gonna be able to recover up to full HP. This battle, by the way, was just absolutely like just most serious Pokemon gameplay ever. So obviously Koraidon is in the back because of course it is, and I'm gonna get off the rest recovery. Now I thought I'm max defense. Maybe I could be able to take some hits from this thing. Oh my gosh, they're gonna terrestrialize their Koraidon as well, and they're gonna be Terra Fighting Koraidon. So I thought, well, if this is Terra Fighting Collision Course, I should be able to live it. Actually, I'm max health, max defense, and this Pokemon has pretty decent defense with an Eviolite especially. So they're gonna go for the Terra Fighting Collision Course with their Orichalcum boosted ability. That does over half to me, which is good because I tank it. So I thought, okay, getting off a Drain Punch would be great because that means that I'm not going to be 2-hit KO'd by the Collision Course. And I get Drain Punch, and I'm Guts boosted. That does a lot of damage. And I thought, okay, that's good because I could roll another Sleep Talk, and hopefully I should be able to take the next Collision Course. But they go for the Outrage. I do take the Outrage as well on top of that, which I wasn't expecting. I thought Outrage does more damage. Actually, you know what? Actually, Terra Fighting boosted Collision Course probably does the same amount of damage, if not more. So I get Sleep Talk knockoff, which is nice because I knock off its Razor Fang. I think that item, I'm pretty sure that item is like, it boosts critical hit ratio if I remember correctly, but I'm gonna get taken out there. But Girder did great damage. Now, this was amazing. So I'm gonna swap in my Feebas here. Now, I thought, well, okay, I kind of want to go for some shenanigans with this Feebas. So, obviously, I'm going to live with my Focus Sash. They do get a 3-turn Outrage as well, which is nice. And I'm going to go for the Scale Shot. This is to ensure that I'm going to outspeed the Koraidon next turn. Even though I'm Adamant Nature, I should be able to outspeed this. So I thought, okay, I have Terra Normal Flail on this. And with the adaptability boost, and with me being on 1 HP and Flail obviously getting more powerful the less HP you have, I'm hoping I could be able to get a KO against Koraidon with Feebas. So I'm going to terrestrialize my Feebas, Terra Normal, going for the Terra Normal Flail. I'm like, please, please take it out. And I take out the Koraidon with Terra Normal Flail. Oh my gosh, what a crazy KO. Feebas is the best. So I take out the Koraidon. That was amazing. The Skeledirge comes in. I'm gonna go for the Waterfall. I don't have adaptability boosted on that anymore. I can't speak. I get taken out by Bite Skeledirge. What is happening right now? This series of turns was just insane. So my Feebas gets taken out by Bite Skeledirge. Never happened in the history of Pokemon, by the way. So I'm gonna go for the Choice Scarf Wave Crash. That absolutely eviscerates Skeledirge. So I thought, okay, well, they have their Garganackle left, and they have this Tinkaton left. Now, I want to save... No, actually, I'm sorry. I want to Wave Crash this Tinkaton. They have a Rocky Helmet on their Tinkaton, so I'm going to take some Rocky Helmet Chip and the recoil damage, and I'm going to get taken out by the Skitter Smack. But I wanted to do as much damage on this Tinkaton because Tinkaton has that great typing, and it's a naturally very bulky Pokemon. So I'm going to go for the Choice Banded Thief. I actually take out the Tinkaton with that because of my Technician ability, so that was great. So the Tinkaton is going to go down, and they have the Garganackle. Now, obviously, Garganackle is extremely defensive, so Thief is not going to do anything to it. So I thought, I'm just going to swap into my Crabominable on what I anticipated was Assault Cure, but they have Hammer Arm. I was like, what the heck? It's probably like an offensive Garganackle, so I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. I actually take out the Garganackle with the Focus Blast. If I haven't said this set already, I'm like fully special with Terra Blast Electric, and I have Ice Beam Blizzard and Focus Blast. And obviously, Crabominable is one of those intentionally ugly Pokemon because of its... I think it's because of its hair, personally. I don't know why its hair looks like that. Also, its mouth is, like, really just... I don't like it. But anyway, I'm going to be able to take out the Meowscarada. I actually outsped them with the Smackdown. And that's the end of both games. Thank you all so much for watching. This was a crazy video. My name is SkyLaaa. Don't forget to smile, and I will see you all next time.